Let's be clear. The Eagles and the Cowboys are two teams headed in completely different directions. Dallas still stinks. You might do it, King Dingbat here. You know, they've often said, what would Howie Roseman do if you gave him a full off season with salary cap space and draft picks? How would he handle it? Well, I think he's answered the question, and it's absolutely spectacular. What he has done this offseason with the free agency, with the draft, has been marvelous. And now the Eagles are legit Super Bowl contenders once again, without question. While the Dallas Cowboys are getting flushed down the toilet by their owner, and the fans don't even realize it yet. And I'm not even joking. Now, we're going to get into it in a second, but before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about what the Eagles did yesterday, getting MEKHI BECTON. Many of you guys know they signed him to a one-year deal worth $5.5 million. He's a former first-round pick in 2020, and he's only 25 years old. He stunk for the Jets, let's face it. And he had a bunch of injuries, but now he comes to the Eagles. And Schefter said this: Eagles offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland was a proponent of signing MEKHI BECTON, and if and when he passes his physical, BECTON officially will report to Stoutland U. Now, I talked about this yesterday in the Philly Shakedown podcast, but I wanted to kind of reiterate that I think this is a genius signing. And I think it's a genius signing, not because of BECTON. It has nothing to do with BECTON. It has to do with Howie Roseman and the Eagles and the way that they think. And the fact that they think outside the box. BECTON may never turn out to be anything. He may stink, and Stoutland may not be able to do anything with him. This is very possible. However, it doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is this: not many teams, I don't know, maybe one or two other teams in the whole league could do what the Eagles are doing here. Take a guy who was a failure somewhere else, bring him in 1 or 2 years, rebuild him, and then see what he could do. Most teams with front offices and GMs, they don't have the flexibility. They usually have their jobs on the line. Not with the Eagles. We've got a very stable front office. Then you have Stoutland, one of the best coaches in general in the league, let alone offensive line coaches. He takes guys and he makes them better. Okay, somebody said to me in the comment section yesterday, well, what happened with Dillard? Dillard stunk. Yeah, Dillard did stink. But, you know, the last year Dillard was in Philly, he played well enough to go get a big contract and go somewhere else. And the reason that was because of Stoutland. Stoutland can take anything and make them good. And if he gets BECTON and he can break him down and build him up over a 2-year period, then guess what? You just might, if it works out, you might have a future right tackle to replace Lane Johnson when it's time to go. If not, you lose nothing. At the worst case scenario, he's your third tackle, a swing tackle. This is a genius move by the Eagles. And this is why I love the way they think, because it's always outside the box. They don't do what everybody else does, and they take chances like this. Not many teams can do this. And for that reason alone, I like the move, okay? Another move that I absolutely love, I cherish. This is one of my favorite moves all off season, and it's not even the Eagles, but it's the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys just keep on getting better. They just keep on getting better. And when I say better, I mean better for me to laugh at. Better for you to laugh at, because they stink. The Dallas Cowboys are being flushed down the toilet. And the Dallas Cowboy fans and their creators, like Mark Holmes, they can't admit it, they can't accept it, and they are blind to it. And they are going down the toilet right now. They are spinning around in circles. The Dallas Cowboys have signed running back Zeke Elliott. He agrees to terms pending a physical. Oh, so scared of Zeke Elliott in that running game. Oh my God, what a joke. Guy's shot. He's shot. And they're acting like it's the second coming of Barry Sanders. All right, the guy's shot. He stinks. He didn't even have 700 yards last year. Stinks. He's not the same guy. big fat ass Zeke. Keep feeding him, keep feeding him, keep feeding him. Okay? We know he's fat. And y'all know he's, oh, 500 talking about people being fat, you shouldn't talk. Hey, we know our own. I got 3 chins in the back of my head. He's got 3.5. All right? So it is what it is. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I think it's absolutely hysterical that the Dallas Cowboys have brought him back. Man, they are going down the toilet big time. And you have 2 different teams, right? You have the Eagles, who basically, what they just did was absolutely tremendous. They rebuilt their entire secondary. So much so that in 2-3 years, I think this will be one of the best secondaries in the National Football League. Quinyon Mitchell, we got to find a way to start him. I think he should come in, and I think he should start right away. Okay, now I don't know that they'll do that, but they should. And when you look at Bradbury's contract, because I was looking at it today, it looks like if the Eagles wait till June 1st and just cut him, it won't be that bad of a hit. I think we can survive it. It won't save us any money. It'll be 0 cap saving, and it'll be about $4.3 million in dead money. But if you cut him before June, you're going to owe $10 million in cap space. You're going to lose it. So I think that's the way the Eagles need to approach that. But Mitchell needs to start. And getting Barkley and getting that offensive line the way that they did, this is what it creates. It creates the opportunity to play the young guys like Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, the Flying Frenchman. By the way, pre-order your Flying Frenchman shirts right now, because let me tell you, these things are flying. We are selling a ton of these, and these will be. These are pre-ordered right now. We are going to wait probably this weekend. We're going to find out exactly what number, and his number will be updated and on the shirt. But these things are flying. This thing is awesome. We're getting a lot of compliments about this one. The Cooper DeJean Flying Frenchman shirt. Link is in the description. Get it while you can, man. These pre-orders are hot. They're hot, I tell you. As well as the Axeman, AX2. You want to check that out as well. But Cooper DeJean, to me, and Mitchell, you got 2 top 20 talents in this draft. 2 studs in this draft. 2 guys that I believe should start right away. They should start right away and play and learn. This is the advantage you have with the offense that you've built, to play these young guys. Trotter too. And I'm going to say this again. People are laughing at me. Laugh it up, because Trotter Jr. by the end of the year will be starting. Okay? And listen, here's my thing. And you know what? If Mark Holmes wants to challenge, if he wants to come on and have a debate, let's do it. Let's have a debate. But the Dallas Cowboys, their all season has sucked. Their team is done. They're crushed. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys have done nothing this offseason. And listen, Cowboy fans, I know you're getting defensive. I know you're saying stop it. You're just hating. But you need to listen to this, because even if you don't believe me, listen to this carefully, because by the end of the year, you're going to agree with me. By the end of the next football season, you're going to say, yeah, it's true. Mark Holmes is going to be doing videos agreeing with me. All right? But when you look at what the Cowboys did in the offseason, nothing. You look at their desire to restructure Dak Prescott, 0, nothing. Okay? This is a team that is trying to fail on purpose. This is like that movie Major League Baseball, where the owner, she wants to move to Miami, so she does everything she can to basically screw her team so the attendance is low so they can move. Now, Dallas isn't trying to move their team, but they are trying to move on from their quarterback. And they don't want to pay him all that money. And they look at Shedeur Sanders coming out. They look at Deion as a possible coach. And this is what Jerry Jones, this is what he wants. You know, he wants it for his birthday. It's his birthday today, 9,950 years old. Happy birthday, Jerry Jones, 9,951 years old. But you know, the Cowboys didn't do anything in free agency, which means that they, and this is what they've kind of sold their fans, that we're going to use our draft picks and we're going to build our team that way. Well, here's the thing. You look at their draft, right? You got Guyton, Nealon, Beebe, Lefu, I mean, some of these picks are not bad picks. Okay, their first 3 picks, I don't know much about their second round picks, so I'm not going to say much about that. But I think the Guyton pick, I think the BB pick are good picks. But when you look at what they're doing, is they're building a team for the future. These guys are going to help you in the future. They're not going to help you next year. Dallas is not one step closer to being a Super Bowl contender than they were a year ago. They're actually further away because they've actually lost players that contributed. They're gone now. And their excuse is, well, we won 12 games 2 years in a row. Now, you can forget that this year. It's going to get worse. And the fact that you got guys like Mark Holmes going on there and bragging and crying and talking about, our offense line is going to be monsters and we're going to devastate teams. What are you talking about? You got no running game. You got young offensive line. You're gonna put Guyton out there as an offensive tackle as a rookie and expect him to help and protect Dak. He's got a lot to learn. You guys have decent draft for 2-3 years down the road, but right now going into next year, Dallas has done nothing to help their team. Nothing. While the Eagles have helped themselves in tremendous amounts of ways. From Saquon Barkley, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, all the moves that we have made in free agency, to now the draft, and not only getting players that are going to be good down the road, but you got guys that could actually come in and play this year. 2 different mindsets, 2 different directions. Eagles are on their way up with a window wide open, with cap space galore, with years and years of competition and being Super Bowl competitors in the works. While Dallas, they're going to go out, they're going to win their certain amount of games, they're going to get the playoffs, they're going to lose in the first round again, and then Jerry Jones is going to blame it all on Dak Prescott and then demand that they blow the team up. That is what's going to happen. He has set them up for failure, while Howie Roseman has set the Eagles up to win a Super Bowl. That's the truth. And that's why the Eagles are sitting pretty right now. Clearly the best team in the division, and it's not even close. And I can't wait to see the schedule. We got rookie camp this week. It's going to be fun, no doubt about it. So when you see the Eagles go after guys like BECTON, when you see some of the things that they're going to do within the next month, next few weeks, know this. The Eagles, everything right now that they've done is gravy. When we start going through some of these draft picks specifically, you're going to see what I mean. The upsides of these guys are incredible, while you still got at least 3 guys, in my opinion, that will be starting at some point this upcoming season. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it.
Dude, what the fuck?
The Cooper! The flying
Oh my
Frenchman!
god! Oh my god!
C'est bon!
C'est
bon! I'm dizzy. We did it. We transformed the Philadelphia Eagles secondary. We now have a secondary that is going to be good for years to come. Because 1, we got Quinyon Mitchell, but we also got the flying Frenchman, Cooper DeJean. That's right. The flying Frenchman, Cooper DeJean. C'est bon. Oh, here's another interception. That's right. Cooper DeJean is about to dominate the NFL. Can't wait to see him out on the field. And if you're like me and you thought this was a great move by the Eagles and you support this pick, then you definitely want to check out this shirt. The Cooper DeJean Flying Frenchman shirt. Look at this thing. You can see it in midair, flying through the air, transforming to an eagle. That's right. Cooper DeJean is here. Link is in the description. Get your shirt now while you can, because Cooper DeJean is about to take the Eagles to another level. Denzel Washington, out.